Hello everyone, and welcome back. Today we're going to be just playing more Golgari, basically just kind of duking it out until we get to the new set. So this is the list. We're just going to hop into the games, see how they go. And the 3-4 might be important. Definitely be really good if we can find a virtue. So let's get our tap lane down, make sure our mana is divided as equally as possible, considering we don't have a turn 2 play. Thirsty come in, this is 3 damage. Guaranteed to take 4 next turn. Well, kind of take out the adversary and negate 1 turn of the Kamano. We can then play the Sentinel Lost Lore and put the virtue back into our hand. Really nice here, and then I have a 3-4 plus virtue coming in. Sure, although I might not have time to do that. We have to give ourselves the chance, though. Because then I have virtue plus go for the throat next time. I want to do that. Grab the virtue back. Go from there. 4 mana. Another Kamano. Any other creature turns Godric back on. I would still have a block for Kamano, and if they monstrous rage it, Godric will flip up to be a creature. We'll block. We'll take 1 damage from the Kamano with trample over plus 4. Then it can plus it by 2. Would be 5, 7, or at 11. Then we would virtue, have go for the throat held up. We just need to not die to burn spells. Don't highlight my Sentinel. Nothing wrong. Him, like the blossoming tortoise, is a good boy. Do nothing. They bail us out. Sick. And like our opponent doing nothing to help us out here. I assume that just means they have a lot of removal. But go for the throat should always be active here, so we'll just hold it. Hold our 3-4 back. Or it tells us their hand is really, really bad because they couldn't play another permanent, get Godric online, and then they did nothing with 3 mana. So, who knows? Not me. No attack here. Well, we're gonna pop Godric, I guess. Sweet. This is looking sick. I'm gonna play Tortoise and try to hit a cottage so we can start gaining life by attacking with that and making food tokens. Miss, but we at least hit land drops, which is also important because now we can play a 2-drop into a 3-drop. I think holding the line makes most sense here. You have things like Squee that they can play, and also play things like the 4-drop that puts counters on things and burn. Also, if we attacked here, they could have lightning strike this out of the way and then attack Kamano and then hit us big. Pass again. So be it. I'm gonna play Liliana and I'm gonna attempt to take the last card out of their hand. Could backfire. Should have waited till I did something. Grind to the bottom. So as fast as they did it, I would assume that just meant.
Happy to help.
I mean, at this point, then I'm just gonna make you back a creature. There you go, empty hand on me for free. Back with this. Still trying to do the same play. We know we already have a forest in the graveyard, so we are automatically going to hit with this, so the lost value won't be there. Then we're just going to slowly take the game over that way. First, we have cut down Lily's Shieldred for lands. I mean, I'll keep this. A lot of good draws between here and 4 mana, I think. Mono white. Sweet. Alright, we'll just end turn here. We'll play a cut down on the Vanguard if needed. Then Liliana the Veil, you add a line, so everything is working as intended. Todd Howard once said, it just works. Here, here, and here.
One of your friends has
Alright.
to leave.
Our opponent. 4 land. We'll ossify our Liliana, which is great to
Fine.
have
I know
another
when
one.
I'm not wanted.
You'll then. Oh. I could do one of two things. I can virtue this out of the way, or I play Lily, take it out, but this is the speed in which they used ossification to get Lily off the battlefield. We'll just take out the creature. And then we can virtue, play Sentinel, grab back virtue next turn. Good. Sure. Ossification. Sure. They are now empty-handed. Terra Sunder's a good draw at some point. Lissa is a great draw. We're actually going to do this backwards, which I would assume we're going to see our opponent concede. It might not. Might not. Ugh. Hand's so painful. Like, I think I'm gonna mull that away. That hand was way too painful. We'll keep. Realistically, Path to Peril is the worst card in hand. Terra Sunder, you argue it's that, but I think it's Path, even though we have the Celestis in hand. Alright, can I have the Path to Peril back? Oh, let's play this. I mean, Terra Sunder can pick up a Kamano, I guess, so it's not like the worst thing in the world. Not pick up those. Path, come back. Blame it all on me. Can't exile anything. I hate that it highlights when there's like not a legal target, but not artifact or that. I guess if they play land, bring up the Foundry, we can Terra Sunder it. That'd be sick. Play Godric though. Smart lad. All right. Do we find anything or do we just die here? Looks like we are on the just dying train. For this, hope it's enough. Lightning strike it, attack me for 6 more. I mean, we're just gonna pick them up. They could also just attack and lightning strike me. Either way. Land. I'm being slow rolled right now. Mono red fashion. Lightning strike before I can block. Or after I block because I just trample. What?
Thought I was being slow rolled.
There is no world in which that is not me getting slow rolled by mono red. I don't believe it. I need to see their hand. Judge. I need a judge right now. I don't believe it. Our opponent just doesn't play. And then play so they don't get timed. You're wrong. They might come back, who knows? That's mono red. Oh, well, play another land here. Play an underdog. Want to trade up with anything. And whatever it trades with, block. We'll play Trespasser. Sell it. Gain the life. We'll see. Maybe they just burn our underdog out of the way, in which we'll still eat it with the passer. Scoundrel. Making a treasure here. Wicked roll token? Great. Free trade if I've ever seen one. Find a regular black source as well, so Trespasser gets to come in without dealing us enough damage. Get that eaten out of the way. We're at 18. This is a harder card to remove. Take the card away from them. Here, sure. Sure. I mean, that's fair, I guess. So I feel like it's probably just better, but this also just tells me that they have a squee in hand, probably. Let's play Glissa. Another hard card to remove because Play with Fire can't do anything, especially when the fact that it has first strike. They play a Squeak here, they're tapped out, they're scoundrel. What do you do? Treasure. Kind of surprised by that. Another scoundrel or something. Bloodthirsty adversary. Play more creatures. And why are my red players just... I mean, I get it, but opponent goes first. Our hands pretty slow. We have Virtue and maybe Liliana. We got a draw. Terra Sunder could be fine. We have Celestis. Sure. I'm not gonna lie to you. I just didn't figure I'd play against mono red for like the 12th time today. This is end of season, so everybody's pretty much like at the point they're like, yeah, time to give up. They like to proliferate nothing. Okay. Yeah. Just asking. I phoned a friend here. This is not an artifact, which kind of surprises me, I guess. Do we get rid of Felden or do we get rid of this? Not sure. Monstrous Rage would make that really nice. Or Felden's just also kind of annoying. Felden is just right now more damage no matter what we do, so let's just get it out of the way. But the reason I'm saying Monstrous Rage is kind of tough on this because it makes it like 4 power. And they can stack it and it'll hit you 4. Care too much. I would sack this, which they're holding priority on again for some reason. They would sack that and then have it hit Liliana. I think we play land, we play Celestis. So we can maybe gain us some life along the way here. Especially if we pass and just hold up like a Terra Sunder. Foundry finally coming in. No, maybe, kinda, sorta. Sure. Pick 5. Sure. Pick 5. Path to Peril would be a really cool draw. Take that. I want to play 1, so not really likely to draw it. How do they keep holding priority on this? They're allowed to let it resolve. Alright. A little part of me just wants to play a Shieldred and hope it's enough. I'm supposed to play the Cottage there. I also could hold this. I think holding this makes sense because I'll gain a life here. And I can also bring up the Foundry to block. Sure. The way we get to bring up Foundry and block here is we can bring it up to block and then Terra Sunder their Foundry, if that's the case. Take the action. I do not really need more land, I think. Have another land, so we'll let that go. We'll keep all of our spells if we can. Liliana is just not good with what's currently on the board. Play another land. Here comes the Foundry. We have to wait till they declare attackers. Because then that takes some mana away. Not saying they would have a whole lot more than that. Comes Foundry. I have a block. We lose this either way, I guess. Up. Maybe they lightning strike it. The blocks. I guess if we're gonna lose this either way, maybe we just block here. This. Hopefully we can just like climb a Shieldred here and then it'd be enough. We take 8, they would sack both of them and deal 8 more to me. Those guys. Nothing else to do. Could just Liliana sack and do the play we talked about before. And then we'll just lose Liliana to them pinging it. Or if they ping me, then they attack Lily. I think we just play Shieldred. I'll just block here, and if they shoot it and lightning strike my Shieldred, I think we count that as a win. No land drop from them. 5. That's scary. Hit so many land drops. Scoundrel coming in. A curse on Yep, I think. Yeah, that makes sense. No attacks. Okay, so they gave us pretty much free information. They don't really have anything going on their side of the board. 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't have enough stacked food to eat it. Part of me just wants to play the tortoise, more blockers, but I think playing Liliana, maybe taking their last card in hand makes sense. They didn't attack through my Shieldred last time. I don't think they're going to do it now.
And you think you know.
Now we have that plus Foundry available, and they could have, yeah. So I think plussing on Lily made sense. So considering we know it, they could kill us at any time with these, pretty much. They find the right cards. What do you have, opponent? Another one. Not the draw that they're looking for. We definitely block here. Attacks with both. That's could have guaranteed to have died. Not guaranteed, but that it couldn't minus at least. Our opponent keeps their opening 7. I think we'll keep ours as well. You have a Path Peril to clean up any lower the ground creatures, which so far it looks like. Only fear, I think, Snalia, maybe. And a value. Play land and play like underdog or something. Do anything here? No. I like playing underdog. Wouldn't go for the throat's actually the answer. Good thing. Good thing. Play underdog. I'm gonna play to the Path of Peril out, I think. Oh. Flash creature. The throat doesn't really get us anywhere here. They can play a Brutal Cathar, I guess. Nothing. Okay. Miscellaneous drop. I could Path to Peril. I can also attack and then Graveyard Trespasser, which I like that plan a lot. I guess I get blocked with the token. I don't like that play. I don't like anything I'm talking about. I'm gonna end turn. I'll just play slow here. Another reinforcements. I'm gonna have to go for the throat. These are all soldiers. Yeah. If I play the blue-white guy, give all these flying and everything, I'd be in a very bad spot. Yep. So patience pays off here. Pop this out of the way. They eventually attack me anyway. Not sure. Do. Save life total here. So you consider we're gonna blow them all up anyway. You miss land drop as well. Let's just pass Peril, clean up all 4 creatures. Now we have for the throat cut down. With the Thallion stuff, they also miss a land. At this point, I'm gonna take that time to play a tortoise and hopefully hit lands more for ourselves. Find a swamp. Now we can, if we hit land drop, we play Liliana, we play Trespasser. They finally hit land drop, but we also have Trespasser plus go for the throat. Try not to talk because there's a siren going off. Veteran is fine. You have the answer for it. There's a cottage. We have multiple answers for it. Hey, Lily.
Enough
And it's
with
here.
the mysteries.
And when
Off
another
you
creature
go.
dies, attack. Try to hit those lands. Cool. Now we have go for the throat. There hits 3. We got a Liliana in play. Card value is about equal. At some point, you would have to think they have to hit a land. That's fine. I think we'll probably see a scoop here. Did not. Just playing matchup where we have all the removal for. Hit another land. Exact. Jeez. Really don't even want to plus the Lily at this point. To attack. Stuff. Play a Trespasser and pass. I don't want to keep my hand on the fact that we played against a lot of aggro today, but I mean this hand overall is just solid. I've played against so much aggro today. Like mono red soldiers, mono red soldiers. Alright. Sweet. We are against Golgari, which a lot of people will never say sweet to. In the mirror. Pop that out of the way. Then I can play a Trespasser and eat it. So I don't have to worry about it anymore. Play Mirror, they play Glissa. My lord. All the Glissas are everywhere. This is the main way we lose this matchup. So we'll take it out. Glissa outside of being spot removal is pretty much impossible to get off the board. Times Liliana is good enough, but times it's not. Right now, it doesn't feel like it's going to be. Hopefully, we find removal off the top. That'd be sick. If not, we play Sentinel and we grab Virtue back, and worst case scenario, they draw another card. Yeah. We could also eat their underdog. They missed a land drop. We have the mana to ensure that we can play Sentinel next turn, plus grab Virtue and get rid of Glissa. I'll just let them draw a card anyway. I just don't want them to play land and get to do underdog dash things alongside of attacking me with Glissa, because then now I have to block the Glissa anyway. And they're going to hit me because I don't want them to draw 2 cards. If they find land, dashing the underdog was a possibility. Invasion of Zendikar. Alright, so now we have to worry about Nissa, of course. This comes in, that flips. I mean, I plan on getting this out of the way anyway, so let's just block here. Terrace under. I mean, we have an answer to that now. Play this. Here we have a black available, which we will. We'll return card we own from exile. Grab this. Out of the way. Where are the damage? I'm perfectly fine. Not taking it right now. I can't believe they played Invasion of Zendikar. This big Nissa. Then somehow I have to remove it. Blossoming Portrait. We can come in. I assume is definitely the play. Sorry, opponent played an invasion. Now I don't know what to do. Like lost at this point. I mean, do I really do much else here? I think I'm gonna cycle this raw. Hopefully hit a land, and we do. Attack 2. I have a land to bring up right now. You'd be careful with our Terrace Hunters. They're the only 2 we have in the deck, and I think if they're playing Invasion, they're clearly playing maybe more than 1 copy of Nissa. I don't know the Phyrexian one. That's already going to be hard enough for us to deal with when they play it and make an 8/8 or whatever. But also they can make their creatures huge. We have a pretty good cushion on our life total to play around it though. Children brick walls to tortoise here, so attacking with ramp. Definitely going to block. There went 1 Nissa. This is the one I'm talking about. You can give it 1 for each forest they have, destroy artifact or enchantment, things like that. In fact, it's only a -1, by the way. It's kind of wild. Get Deathcap Blade back. They could have brought up the Foundry and attacked as well if they truly wanted to flip that. Yeah, they'd still flip it. They play Shield after. That's fine. I draw here. I can make the same play. Or I can just virtue this out of the way. Terra Sunder and out of the way. I think that's where I'm sitting. Tag on. The Dread Knight. We'll have to Terra Sunder their giant virtue here. Hopefully they take their entire turn to do that. 4, 5, 6, 7. Right now they can't bring back activate Foundry as well. Take their entire turn to do that. We have 6 more damage on the board. We actually have more damage than that on the board. So we'll exile this. Then we'll bring up the cottage. We'll attack for quite a little bit here, unless they go for the throat. My cottage. Sure. We still get to attack for a lot here. Fine. Maybe we should have brought up the Foundry just in case we go for the throat. But then we lose another creature. So I think threatening the most damage I possibly could made sense. They have a Foundry that they can block with. Playing a cottage themselves. Another invasion. This is like one of the reasons you don't really want to play invasion too often. You're not really a deck built around going massive. Like here, it's kind of a dead draw. Could bring up a Foundry and attack it, then go to 1. I just can come back and take it out, but we'll have Foundry to attack. They'll have to be forced to attack with Foundry or block with it. If we crew up Foundry, we draw a go for the throat. Actually win. Yes. They flip that. It's not the worst thing in the world because now they have to answer this virtue, which I think is just a better play to begin with. Let us move to combat. I'll just attack with the Sentinel here. I'll hold this back to jump in front of the cottage. They let the damage happen. Play a virtue. Now they have to draw an answer for this. Or I'll bring back like a Shield Red or something. If they don't draw an answer, I'll probably bring back Trespasser. Draw land. Bring up, bring up. Double attack. All attack the same one. Oh, they miss it. Could have brought up Foundry as well. I assume this is eating Shield Red, but they could have brought up Foundry as well. They were worried about Graveyard Trespasser, but bring up Foundry along with this and attack here, but then they get a 4/4 in return and they're going to 1, which isn't great, which they lose Trespasser anyway. Maybe holding it back makes more sense. It's always hard to kind of tell where you need to be. We're not going to do anything with this. We'll have Virtue trigger. Our graveyard. We have Trespasser. Let's take theirs. Taking my opponent's card. Let's just out of here. That's gone. Cut down is the draw. Now, I guess I have a Foundry. This is low BM. Not necessarily meaning to. Yeah, I just assumed I honestly forgot I had the Foundry. But remove that out of the way. It can't block anyway. But then bring this up. They bring out their Foundry. We just cut down it. Or if we have our own Foundry attacking along with their 3/4, it's lethal. But other than that, I mean, we're here again. The season, like I said in the past, is kind of where it's at. We just need our new cards to come out. I do think this deck, from the spoilers I've seen, is actually going to suffer a lot. I mean, it is really, really strong just to begin with, and we only really need like a card, maybe another card. But I think this deck overall is probably going to have trouble keeping up with like the Dino deck that's going to happen, or Explorer, because that's the main mechanic we're going to add here, and it's just got to be enough to keep up. I do think the new set is pretty much going to overtake the meta entirely. How new standard sets go, but I would say Eldraine didn't change too much. Like realistically, if you think about it, like This card's obviously been added, and this card's been added in this version. I guess that's from Eldraine too. But realistically, the fundamental deck, the fundamental cards of this deck is really reliant on the Shieldred, the Graveyard, Glissa, and things of that nature, which didn't come from Eldraine. Obviously, Virtue's really, really nice. Like, it's definitely super good. Like, Tortoise, realistically, this deck could operate without it. Sentinel Lost, we're just testing out as copies. This is like the main thing that got added along with Virtue. Like, if you were to say what cards this deck really couldn't lose, I would say it's these 8 plus from the new set. And then Manlands. Manlands are whatever set you put them in are going to be played, but I'm just talking about like the actual cards like in the deck. So, in theory, these would have just been Mirexes anyway. So, that's like cool, but I do think the new set's going to come in, change a lot. So, until then, I'll catch y'all later. I hope y'all enjoyed. Bye.